Hey guys and girls, today I'm going to take you on a trip through Northridge Lockdown and show you what to loot and where to loot it. Using this guide, you'll be able to tailor your route regardless of your spawn and decide the best places to go for you. Let's get into it. We're going to start up in the north with the cable car station. There are 3 safes here. The first one as we enter is the electrical engineering room. Now it's very important to note that you shouldn't really open this unless you can see something worth looting on top of the safe, on top of the coat, or on the floor. This key can be obtained from a mission in the Northridge Hotel, but you can get it on the market. It's not really worth opening unless you've definitely got that item, although I did end up with some rather good loot here. The nice thing about cable car, it's worth looting everything. Every box has something in it that can be worth it. There are yellows, golds, and even reds. So we nip through and we loot literally everything. We go across here to the free safe room, trigger the free safe, and loot the items here. Do check the bench over here, as it does have items which can spawn, which are worth it. Not so in this case. Always check the envelopes, and we have another weapon box here. We're still waiting for the safe to open, so we might as well actually quickly nip upstairs. Upstairs there's a trunk that we can loot, just opposite the sniper area here. These trunks, very random items, but they're worth checking out anyway. By the time you're done, your safe should be cooked up and ready, and you can loot whatever goodies are inside. From here, we're going to go into the main building. Again, we're looting absolutely everything. There are keys, there are things that are worth looting, as you will see. Check everything out and go around the whole building, as you can see the route here. This key here is for the ticket office. This ticket office has an electrical safe, which is often very good. I've had a number of reds from here. We have a coat, some computers, and some spawn points next to the computers. With that looted, we go around the corner here to a coat, an item spawn point, and a toolbox. And then around the corner from here, we have the little sort of waiting room area, another coat. Coats are great for keys, so they're worth checking out. From here, we're going to head downstairs, and we have filing cabinet, business suitcase, document boxes, gym bags, med boxes, and computers to loot. Once we're done here, we're heading upstairs to what seems to be the sort of main office area. This area is always good and always worth looting. We have the big military computers, we have normal computers, spawn points on the tables, red envelopes. Go for it all. This chest of drawers here, often very, very lucky for me, and it was no exception on this one either. Finally, out in the main area here, we have a computer, and behind the door there's actually a coat. With that done, that's it. We can head out and move on to the next place. From here, it's actually worth going up through the bus terminal. You don't have to stop at the bus terminal. There's just a couple of items to loot, but if you've got time, give it a look. If not, we're going to move on to the communication station. Communication station is another place that's worth looting everything. Doesn't take too long. We have an electronic safe here, which we will trigger while we're looting the rest of the building. You've got an airdrop container, often missed on top of the truck here. Sometimes these can be absolutely awesome. In the tent, we have some boxes to loot, and there is actually a spawn point that can spawn a fully fitted FAL, which is worth about 60,000-70,000 coin, just on top of these boxes here. We're going to loot everything outside because sometimes you can get some decent items, and the ammo boxes are plentiful, and there's often a good chance of some yellow ammo items in these. There's another spawn point on top of these concrete blocks, well worth checking out, can have an AKM, also the Falcon spawn there. From there, we're going to trigger the safe, run upstairs, and start looting everything. As you can see, the loot can sometimes be good, sometimes bad, but we did get a nice 12k scope there. We're going to check out everything, check out the trunks, up to the roof. We've got the weapon boxes and a med box. Always worth looking at everything. By the time we're done with this, the safe should be ready to loot. Go loot that, go loot the final coat, and then head into the little office, loot that stuff before you head the way out. From here, we're going to head on the way to testing station. But you also have the abandoned construction site or the water tower. You can pick one or both of these. They're worth looking at. I've had some good items sometimes, but otherwise, testing station is our next stop. Testing station doesn't really have anything amazing, but it does have drawers, bags, and boxes that are worth looking at. It's one of the more skippable areas, but if you've got loads of time or your spawn point allows it, it's worth taking a look at. In the main building, we have gym bags, we have sets of drawers, which often can have keys. Upstairs, we have the tack box, which can actually spawn some very nice red items, some more drawers, and some spawnable areas on the tables. Across the road here, we have a weapons box and a grenade box, again, worth checking out. With that done, we head out and we're going to head on our way to camp services. You do have the option of checking out the observation tower. If you've got the time, this is worth it. There's a coat, some weapon boxes, gym bags. I would take a look. On to camp services. Camp services is actually one of my most favourite places on the map. The bots actually have decent gear if you're doing a 0 to hero, but we have 2 safes here with 1 locked room. There are a lot of spawn points on tables, there are a lot of lootable objects, and every single one of them is worth looting. When you go in, go upstairs, get that safe started, and start looting the top office. We have gym bags, computers, 2 chests of drawers, a document case, coats, you name it, this place has got it, and very often I'll walk out of this place with 200-300k if I'm lucky. With the safe looted, start checking out all the other coats, the other cases. There's lots of cash, there's lots of chance of red item. Then we're going to head to the manager's office. This manager's office has spawn points on the tables, a normal safe, chest of drawers, and a document case. I have had an obscene amount of reds out of this room. This room is very worth it, and the key is dirt cheap. After we've done that, we've got the cafeteria area, which has another nice set of lootable items, and as you can see, we're going to get some nice items from these. The coats are pretty awesome as well, and I have had keys out of these 2 coats more times than I've had hot dinners. With this done, we're going to jump downstairs, take care of any extra bots that we've got, and check out the spawnable items. That light meter you just saw spawns there near enough every raid, well worth checking out. With that done, we're going to head over to near the cafeteria area where we have 2 cases to loot. We're going to pop into the cafeteria where you have coats, baggage bags. This is, yet again, another great area. We have spawn points for food and drink, but out here we have the cafeteria storage key. This key is dirt cheap, it's a purple key, but you can see we have 3 coats and a number of boxes, and again, this can be really good if you've got a big enough keychain for it. With that looted, we say goodbye to camp services, that's done and dusted, and we're going to make our way to the Northridge Hotel. Northridge Hotel is absolutely massive. I actually tested looting every single room and every single item, and I only just made it out, and I spawned at the God spawn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the route to take you through all the safes and the main items to loot. We head in the main entrance, take care of any bots that we need to take care of, and then we're going to pop into the manager's office and take a look here. One thing I like about the manager's office here is we have 2 red envelopes which have chance to spawn keys. We have some nice items that are just worth looting even if you don't actually have the key, and you can get some nice items. The actual key here is pretty cheap, it's not bad, and the safe is okay. I've had 1 red in the last year, but it's worth looting. From here, we're going to head upstairs and head to one of the best rooms in the key, the reception room key. This one has an electronic safe, coat, spawnable items. This room is pretty awesome. The safe here often spawns multiple purples, and I've had a lot of reds from here. We've got spawn items and the coat in the case, and this coat has been very, very kind to me. A few doors down from here, we have another locked room, the B203. This is a reasonably cheap key with a standard safe, military computer, and 2 coats. Again, a nice room. From all the keys, if I choose 3 just for here, those are the 3 that I would like to choose. With that room looted, we're heading downstairs, and if you've got the key, the C115 key, it's pretty naff. It's just got 1 computer in it, but it's a white key. What do we expect? From here, we're heading upstairs, and we're going to start off with the other 2 keys that we've got here. We've got the private lounge and the lounge. These are 2 right next to each other. This one has 3 computers and a safe, lots of spawnable items on the tables. It is actually worth going through this room. We've got a spawnable item, 2 coats, and an ammo box. And you can do this on the route to the next locked room. The next locked room has a small room in front of it with an envelope and a coat that you can loot. This is all worth looking at. And then we have this locked room. This is another one with an electronic safe. You have spawnable items on the table. I have had a golden lion spawn on that table. The safe itself is another one like the first safe downstairs. It's a good key. It is quite expensive though. As we go through, we got the free safe room, which has a coat on the side here, which many people overlook. The safe itself is okay. Med boxes, food spawns on the shelf there, so do med items, and we have a chest of drawers here. You've got time for this, even if you're just doing the run through like we're doing here. You come through into the main lounge itself. We've got weapon cases, we've got ammo boxes, we've got a red envelope and a premium weapon container. If you've seen these before, you know they're good. Food and drink also spawns on the barn, which is very nice. Little storage room here as well. If you have it, the storage room key here is okay. There's a spawnable armor there that can spawn T5 armor. It's rare as rocking horse poop, but it can happen. Otherwise, we've got some weapon boxes. If you've looted the key, it will only sell for vendor value, so you might as well use it. From here, we're going to go down, and we're going to go all the way down into the cafeteria area. We've got 2 ammo boxes here and a premium weapon container. This premium weapon container has been very, very lucky very often. There's obviously a fridge, and we might as well loot all these before we go back up and start hitting the D building. In the D building, we have D208. This has actually been a very nice safe, and my friend Ajax actually got his first secret document from this safe. From here, we're just going to nip around the corner and we have the next locked room. This one is okay. It hasn't got anything massive. It does have a spawn point in here, but it's very rare that it has something on. But the weapons room, as you can see, actually gave me a H4. It's a cheap enough key. Why not? We're going to leave here, loot the boxes, loot the cases, and we're going to head to the projection room. The projection room is hit and miss. I know one person had a secret document from it. Most of the time I've opened it, all I get is the odd purple, but it's again another cheap key. As we leave here, there's a document box and an item spawn point on the chairs, along with a trunk down at the bottom, well worth looking at. From here, we're going to head all the way across to the A building, just to actually go get our very final room. This is actually another white key, but yeah, it's okay, I suppose. Might as well check it out. The A207 key, here we have 2 weapon boxes, and there is a spawn point, which it rarely brings anything up, but the weapon boxes they seem a lot better than a normal weapon box. There's also a grenade box, which actually will have mainly ammo in it, but again, worth a look. From here, we're pretty much done. On our way out, we're going to hit this room here, which has a premium weapon box, a coat and a gym bag. And then we're going to say goodbye to Northridge Hotel. Obviously, if you want to stay longer and loot some other stuff, you can. But really, these are the main points to look at. On our way out of the hotel, you have the option to go to the crash site. It's not really worth the detour as it's quite far, but know that it's there if you're ever walking around that area. Really, when we leave the hotel, or if we're going towards the hotel, we're going to come to the abandoned shack. The abandoned shack actually has given me a lot of good loot. We have a trunk by the tent on this side of the road. On the other side of the road here, we have 2 weapon cases and we have an ammo case. There's also a spawn point for some items. It's worth it. It's only going to take you a minute or so, and you're going to be coming straight through it anyway. From here, we're going to head on to the Sawmill. The Sawmill is great because near enough whatever your spawn, you're going to come through it. There's a free electronic safe here and some spawn points, toolboxes and med boxes and a trunk. Get in, activate the safe, start looting all the items. You'll be surprised how often you'll get a decent item out of here that you would have ignored. The med box here has given me an AED very often, and don't forget there's a little spawn point here on top of the wood which often has purples. The trunk's here. Hey, it's a trunk. It's going to give you something. Then we got to wait for the safe. Once the safe is opened, loot that thing, and then we're going to head out and we're going to go up to the sewage treatment plant. Sewage treatment is another great place to loot, and it's a great place to loot everything on. The big downside is when you're outside, you can be overlooked from the hill up towards hotel. Always keep an eye on that hill. As you get in, you're going to have bots to deal with. You could have the boss to deal with. But we're going to head inside the main building just so we can see if anything is going on up there. And we have the treatment key. This key has a number of spawn points, toolbox, and it has obviously a safe. Sometimes I have had gold items sit there and spawn on the side here, and the toolboxes have actually done very well for me. This time, not so much. We're going to head out from here and we are going to loot everything, especially since we just got a key. I'm going to check absolutely everything out. Upstairs here, we do also have the free safe, which has another toolboxes. And as you can see, I'm having a lot of luck with toolboxes on this run. And we have the chest of drawers. Drawers are drawers. You've got to open them if you've got the time. We're going to head downstairs here, which we have a gym bag, another toolbox, and another tool kit, which we might as well hit. And we're going to head out, and over here we have a premium weapon box. This is very, very good. And here we have a nice winter coat, which again can give keys and stuff. We're going to head up and we've got an airdrop container here, which can be good sometimes. We've got ammo boxes, weapon boxes. These all need to be looked at. And again, there's going to be another toolkit, and you're going to see why I like these. Yay! There's all business cases and that all need to be looted here before you head out, and we're going to head from here to North Village. North Village is another place with way too many items to loot. It can take you forever to loot here, and it's not entirely worth it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through the best points to look at. First point is the gun store. There are 3 weapon containers here. Worth looting, definitely worth looting. I have often had good guns out of here, including an AR-57. One of the things that happens here is guns spawn on the wall. They're rare, but you can have guns that are worth about 10-15k, but there's also nearly a 100k FAL with ammo that will spawn there. Across here we have the little convenience store. We've got 2 coats and food item spawns in this room. This is worth going, especially if you haven't brought food with you. With this looted, we're just going to head straight up and we're going to hit the locked room here. The North Village house key doesn't have a safe, even though it is a gold key. If you've got the key, why not use it? Really, if you've looted it, it's worth just using just the once before you vendor it off. From here, depending on where your extraction route is, whether it's in village or up at the highway tunnel, if you've got the time, it is worth popping up to the highway tunnel. Just over to the side here, as you can see, we have some weapon boxes and ammo boxes. You'll be surprised how often you'll actually get something decent out of these weapon boxes. There you go, guys. That is all of Northridge looted, and you can actually do most of that in one run. I have spawned at Cable Car and gone all the way through, hit every single safe on there, and just had time to make it out by the extract by North Village. If you found this video useful, please do drop it a like, hit subscribe. I've got more maps coming up very, very soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.